Chicken.
There you go. We should be live. All right, so we got a few questions queued up. Devon, real quick, what's up 2 games Saturday? Yeah, big semifinal week, and we got some Saturday games. Go figure. 2020. I mean,
yeah, and I get to watch Devontae Adams just completely ruin my life on Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
Well, ruin my life in one league, help my life in another.
I will say the Saturday games every year during the semifinals, because I'm basically in the semifinals every year in my one league. And literally watching the Saturday games, I don't know what it is about them, but when you're in the semis and you have to watch those games and one guy you're going against on Saturday fucking goes off, it's even worse than when you see someone go off on Thursday. Because like Thursday, anything can happen. Saturday, for whatever reason, is just so foreign. We only see like 2 games basically every year on Saturdays. It's not fun. But
it is not.
Sup guys, sup Mac. I have Herbert in my lineup. Should I pivot to Carr or Goff? I would just stick with Herbert at that point.
Okay, so I have some thoughts on this. So we have word basically that Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are both going to be limited to some capacity. Since both of them are playing, though, I will say I still think Herbert is a top 12 to 10 type quarterback. He has had a bunch of down games in a row now, so that concerns me a little bit more than the guys being limited does. Goff is close. I wouldn't pivot to Carr for Herbert, but Goff is close because Goff plays the Jets and Jared Goff and the LA Rams have been passing at like an enormously high rate compared to what they were earlier in the season. Goff would be very, very close. I think I would stick with Herbert though, just slightly. But Goff is very close. That's like the cutoff line. Anyone else that you have, I would pivot to Deshaun Watson if you have him over Justin Herbert. I'd pivot to Tom Brady if you have him over Justin Herbert, or Ryan Tannehill if you have him over Justin Herbert. But Goff is like that cutoff line where I would stick with Herbert.
Yeah, okay. So I have Herbert at 10, and my next highest quarterback that I have, like in a row, like I view it as, to be honest, kind of a tier break. I have Herbert at 10, then I have a range of quarterbacks that is Hurts 11, Hill 12, Trubisky 13, Rivers 14, and then Goff 15. All of those guys are kind of like a tier below Herbert, in my opinion. Simply because even if Herbert doesn't give you the 25 to 28 points that he was giving you earlier this season, I mean, the fact of the matter is he's still a big athletic quarterback that can take the top off of defense at any given point of the day. And even if those guys are limited, I mean, we've seen Herbert be able to add a little bit with his mobility to the point.
Did we mention that this defense just fired their defensive coordinator too, that Herbert's about to play?
Huge factor as well. Huge factor. I mean, not to mention, I mean, the Raiders as a whole were already struggling on defense. Now, as you mentioned, they're losing their defense.
And they don't have their OC for this game either, so they may not be able to get anything going on offense. It could be a big time, like time of possession game for the Chargers. I think the Chargers could win this game.
I have Ekeler as my RB2 on the week, for the record. And
I don't have him that high. He's in my top 5, but not that high.
So right now I have it Henry 1, Ekeler 2, JT 3. We're going to talk about that for sure on the ranking show. You guys got to stick. Look forward to Saturday. For the record, it's coming out this week. No exams for me.
My last exam is Saturday, but I'll be good. I don't have any tomorrow, so I'll be good to get all that stuff recorded for tomorrow.
For sure. Hype to bring that back because I know you guys love that series a ton. So anyways, let's get into some questions. But yeah, stick with Herbert, Mac, by the way. Sorry about that. Evan says, boys, so excited for the Thursday night stream. I appreciate you guys all year. Appreciate that ton, Evan. Nice seeing you recurring in the comments as well. He says, so it's came to the semifinals, and I got a couple questions. Leave them. And I see he did, so we'll get to them in a couple of seconds. Incoming Keenan Allen questions. Oh, yeah, we're ready. Bring it on the docket whenever you guys are ready. We'll be willing to answer those. What's up, JML? Or JML? I forget how he said to pronounce it.
Did he used to be? Is this used to be Projimal? Is that?
Yeah, Projimal. That's it. And he probably changed. He probably took the Prada out. Damn. What's up though? Pick 2: Big Ben versus Cincinnati, Hill versus KC, and Carr versus the Chargers. Okay, so Hill's going in the lineup regardless if Breeze is out, in my opinion.
I would play Carr over Ben. Okay, so the reason is I'm going over the second part of my start sit show. Should be out tomorrow for you guys, if you want to check that out. But I'm basically going through the quarterbacks right now, and what I realize is that Big Ben has basically been Phillip Rivers this year. Literally, like he's had 3 good games. So has Phillip Rivers, and the rest of his games are like between 12 and 18 fantasy points. So he is not a dude that has been. I mean, I guess that's kind of a floor if you want to call it that. Not really though. He has not been a high floor type guy or a high ceiling type guy. So I know Big Ben, one of his big games came against Cincinnati the first time they played, but I mean, the receiving core just looks like out of whack right now. It's just not an offense I really want to be trusting. And Derek Carr in this game, he should have a similar floor and probably a higher ceiling than Big Ben does. So I'd actually be willing to start Derek Carr. It is a little shaky though, considering I hope you have Drew Brees too, because you won't know until this. Actually, I guess you'll have the Big Ben pivot. But I think I would start Carr also for that reason too, because if Drew Brees is out or if Drew Brees is playing, then Taysom Hill isn't usable, right? So if you don't play Carr tonight, then you're going to be stuck with one quarterback if Drew Brees is playing.
That's a big key as well. I was going to mention. Obviously, I'm assuming this is either a 2 quarterback or a super flex because otherwise you wouldn't be starting 2 quarterbacks here. Mm-hmm. And in this spot, I mean, you have to start Carr simply because we don't even know if Hill's going to play. If Hill doesn't play and there is a chance
for that Brees plays. It's not like 100% guaranteed that Brees is going to play. It's probably a bit more of a long shot, I would say. I'd probably say it's like a 25% chance that Brees plays.
I'm praying, man. I got that Kamara.
I know. I have Kamara. I want him to play too. But if in the off chance or the not so off chance that Drew Brees plays, then Taysom Hill is not usable for fantasy purposes. So you can't really rely on Taysom Hill as your second quarterback.
For sure. Okay, let's get into the next question. Do I roll with Kyler or do I play Hurts? Okay. I love Hurts this week again. Don't get me wrong. He's my number 11 quarterback. I think he's going to do fantastic against the Cardinals defense. Not a chance in hell I'm benching him for Kyler. Not a chance. I mean, we're
Kyler has basically played the 3 best defenses against the quarterback position over the last 5 weeks. So I think the encouraging thing that we saw from Kyler Murray last week is that he ran the ball 14 times, which the previous 3 weeks before that, he was only running like 5 or 6 times a game, probably because of the AC joint sprain that he sustained in his shoulder. So it's good news that he ran the ball last week. But again, the Giants have been very, very good on defense, especially against quarterbacks. There's only I think the Rams and someone else are the only 2 teams that are better than the Giants against the quarterback position. The Eagles are kind of middle of the pack against quarterbacks. So I expect Kyler to have a big time bounce back game.
Yeah, I have Kyler currently as my quarterback, I think 5 or 6. Let me just check real quick. He is my quarterback 5 on the week. Deshaun's actually
6.
I
think I'm going to move him ahead of Russ, to be honest.
Yeah, I have Russ at 7. I have Kyler at 5, and I have Hurts at 11. So I like both options, but I can't sit Kyler in this matchup with the rushing ability that he gives you with the improved play. Again, you mentioned the matchups that he was facing. I think it's wheels up on this way, and even for next week as well for Kyler. I think he's
not only that, but DeAndre Hopkins doesn't have a bad match. Like, he has Darius Slay, but Darius Slay is not James Bradbury. He's not Jalen Ramsey, and he's not. I can't remember who the other corner he faced was, but he faced like 3 really good shadows in a row. And when Nuke Hopkins has been right, the offense has been right, and I don't think Darius Slay is going to give him any problems.
Also, for the record, speaking of shadow corners, I don't know why this got brought up, but James Bradbury is on the COVID list.
Oh, is he?
James Bradbury is on the COVID list. So
I mean, does that really affect anyone though? Because I don't think he would have shadowed Jarvis Landry.
It's fair. I mean, like Donovan Peoples-Jones on the outside.
I mean, he's actually kind of looked good, to be honest.
Both of them, Higgins and Jones. I think both of them are going to be fine. I mean, Peoples-Jones, Michigan boy, right there, kind of.
Baker Mayfield's yards per attempt is an entire yard higher when he's not playing with Odell Beckham.
That's crazy. It's just the offensive,
it's just the way the offense changes when they have Odell on the field. They feel the need to get him the ball, and it's weird, but that's kind of how it works. And Baker just plays so freely with it. Like we saw it his rookie year. He didn't have Odell his rookie year, and since Odell's been injured, he's just been so much better. It's weird. It shouldn't make any sense, but it kind of does.
For sure. The second part of this question is actually really tough, in my opinion. I have them back to back in my ranking.
I don't think it's tough. I think you play Andrews.
I'm playing Andrews against the Jags still, but man, Robert Tonyan these past 5 weeks or so, from a volume, efficiency, touchdown.
So here's the thing with Robert Tonyan. He's caught a touchdown in 4 straight games, and last week, up until that late fourth quarter touchdown he scored, he was having a down game. That's the thing that separates Andrews and Tonyan, in my opinion, is that Andrews can get it done, as we saw him last week, 5 for 65 or 5 for 76 or whatever he had.
Well, 5 for 77.
Yeah, 5 for 78 or 77. I can't remember what it was, but that's a good stat line for a tight end. That's a good floor stat line. Lamar Jackson threw the ball completed the ball 11 times, and he got 5 of them. So I think Andrews is just the safer option, to be honest, and he has just as much touchdown upside as Tonyan, which is why I think he's still that third tight end behind those top two guys, in my opinion.
It's Hawkinson for me, but you want to hear what's fucked up about Tonyan? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
on the season, he's caught all but 6 of his targets, right? So he has 52 targets. He's caught 46 of them. He has 9 touchdowns.
I know, that's ridiculous. Touchdowns. It's like Jared Cook a couple years ago when he had a bunch of touchdowns.
Not to mention, I mean, his floor has been even like decent without the touchdowns. I mean, he's gotten 44, 67, 39, 36 yards. I mean, 39, 36 isn't that great,
that's what I mean, though, is that Andrews' floor is like 60, 70 yards.
That's fair, yeah. Again, like the only 4 guys that I personally would take over even Tonyan right now, I mean, you got your Kelce, I mean, easily. Waller, Hawkinson, and Andrews. Then he would be the 5.
Yeah, Tonyan would be 5, yeah, 6. For sure. But he is behind, and it's weird to say that about a touchdown or bust tight end, but like his quarterback's thrown like 40 touchdowns this year. So it's fine to rely on Robert Tonyan as a touchdown or bust guy, because other than like Rob Gronkowski, who's not playing with an MVP caliber quarterback right now, you can trust Robert Tonyan as like the second option in the red zone. I honestly think that's why Aaron Jones's red zone target share has gone down so much, is Tonyan's emergence. And Aaron Jones, to be fair, hasn't been bad this season, but he also wasn't probably what you thought he was after his week 2 game where he dropped like 45 points. You might have thought, oh, this dude is going to be the RB1 in fantasy this year.
Hey, I remember that week 2 game because I played against him that week.
I traded him off that game because I'm a genius.
There you go. Spicy hot taco. Yep. Oh yeah, the Keenan Allen questions.
Yeah.
Jefferson or Claypool. Okay, so that's Jefferson, and it's not even like.
Yeah, I don't even think that's close. Chase Claypool only ran like 35% of the routes last week. He was barely on the field during the entire second half of the game. I don't know why. It's probably because James Washington's actually good. It's not like I think they're going to be set next year with the receiving core. I don't think the Steelers add a single player to that receiving core. They let Juju walk, and they got the top 3 guys. James Washington, Chase Claypool, and Deontay Johnson. Chase Claypool, for whatever reason, is not running a full allotment of routes, which has to downgrade him, especially in a matchup where Deontay Johnson has a good matchup and Juju has a good matchup as well.
Mentioning that real quick. So assuming that Juju, I don't think they're re-signing Juju. Okay. Assuming he leaves, is Deontay Johnson going to be their full-time slot next year?
I could see it. I don't know necessarily. I honestly think Chase Claypool would be a great slot receiver if they threw him in there. I think they'd probably just mix it up or whatever. I think I'm going to be a lot higher on Chase Claypool than a lot of people are. I'm probably going to there's going to be a lot of, actually, I have no idea how it's going to go, but I'm guessing ADP is going to be similar for both Johnson and Claypool, and people are going to be on one side of the fence or the other, when in reality, they're probably both going to be valuable.
The thing that always will be a detractor from Johnson is we know what he is at his ceiling. The problem is he's so damn inconsistent with his drops. And
I mean, that's something that a lot of young receivers struggle with too. I saw someone put up the Devontae Adams graphic that he had like the exact same amount of drops in his second season or whatever. And he ended up, and you saw the talent with Devontae Adams, and you see the talent with Deontay Johnson now. My bigger issue, probably for Claypool as compared to Justin or Deontay Johnson, is that Ben is not pushing the ball downfield. Like, he is throwing a lot of run after catch balls.
Yeah, Juju's like basically averaging 6.5, 7 yards per catch. I think he's on pace for like 100 receptions and only like 750 or 800.
I low key kind of want to see Ben retire. Like, just get Jameis Winston in there, man, because Chase Claypool is going to be a top 10 receiver if Jameis Winston is his quarterback.
Odds Juju goes to the Jets and becomes Adam Gase's new fucking Jarvis Landry.
I mean, if Adam Gase is still there after this year, they need to fucking seriously evaluate how they make decisions. Okay, so he says, Javon says Justin or Aaron Rodgers, I'm assuming that is.
You don't sit Aaron Rodgers.
You don't sit Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is my number 1 quarterback on the week. Unfortunately for me, I have to play against the Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams stack, which is not fun.
In one league, I have to play against that stack. So
yeah, it's not the league that I was talking about on the Start Sit show. I just play Adams in that league, but in my one other league, I play the Adams and Rodgers stack, but I'm probably going to get 60 points put up on me on Saturday night.
Dude, think how much exposure we have to Devontae Adams in best ball this year.
I have a lot of exposure to him in redraft too, because I got him in the mid-second in a lot of leagues.
That's insane to me. I never
in our listener league, I got him. I picked Ekeler at 10, and I got Adams the pick after that.
Also, we'll be talking about a lot of like 2021 strategy, like what really happened in 2020 to really change our overall philosophy and outlook towards fantasy football. There's a lot of learning experience from this year.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go over the things that we've learned because there was some whiffs on our part. There was some. I think one of the biggest things I've learned, just a teaser, is don't invest in bad offenses. And I think, especially with a guy like Gardner Minshew, I was really high on Gardner Minshew, and I think I overlooked the fact that the offense wasn't going to be good and kind of just accounted for, they're going to throw the ball all the time and it's not going to matter. But when you can't move the ball, you can't get first downs, you can't put up a lot of passing yards and a lot of passing touchdowns. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to take away from this year is don't invest highly in bad offenses.
Another one that I'm going to have is what we were preaching throughout the 2020 offseason, right? If you're faced with a decent, I don't know, RB 8 to 12, or not even RB 8, like RB 10 to 15 type in the second round, or one of those dominant receivers, take the guy that's going to be a game changer for you, man. What I learned this year, you can't predict who's going to take that next step in terms of running backs in fantasy football. If you're already buying this guy at a second round value, and you're like, okay, maybe he takes like Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs this year. We're going ahead of guys like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. Looking back on that, when we were in the draft, we're like, oh my God, I got to go RB. I got to secure the RBs, yada. In reality, Tyreek Hill is winning people leagues, even at that high second round.
Yeah, him Adams, Metcalf, Diggs, those guys are putting up like RB1 type floors for receivers.
Yeah. And we've seen like over the wire, like there's always going to be candidates that emerge throughout the year that are going to give you some solid RB2 type production. Now, I'm not saying if you have a top 6 or 7 type bell cow back you can get in the first round, you pass on him for receiver. No, like if you have like Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, CMC, like obviously you take those guys. But once you're getting into like that B plus type tier, just take the elite receiver and you can worry about your RB2 later on in the draft.
Yeah.
We've seen guys emerge, Mike Davis, Wayne Gallman, guys like that throughout the year that can give you spot production when you need it. And heck, I lost CMC in the listeners league, and because of Gallman, because of Cam Akers, because of guys like that, I was still able to make the playoffs. Now,
dude, I drafted Jonathan Taylor, Mark Ingram, and Austin Ekeler as my first 3 running backs. 2 of those guys were useless for the first 12 weeks of the season, and one of them was injured. I managed to survive and make the playoffs and be in second. I got a bye with starting J.D. McKissick most of the year and starting Salvin Ahmed and stuff because I had Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Darren Waller, and Justin Herbert, basically. And that's another thing I'm going to be taking away from this year for sure is after round like 4, just take your dudes. Honestly, like it's because in my main league, I decided to take Robert Woods because he was quote unquote safer than Stephon Diggs, and I regretted it immediately. In the 5th round, I was looking at the board. I was like, okay, do I want Robert Woods, who's probably going to be safe? And he ended up not being safe at the beginning of the season, especially. Or do I take Stephon Diggs, who's a big-time upside swing, but I believe in it? And at that point in the season, I was like knee-deep in research on every player, and Diggs was one of the guys I felt most strongly about. I tweeted out a hot take before the season saying Diggs was going to be a top 5 receiver, and a lot of people fucking laughed at me. And luckily, I literally took him in every other league because he fell to like the 7th round in every league that I was in, but so much anyway, let's get through the questions, dude. We're on a huge tangent right now.
Also, TJ over Rob.
Yes, TJ Hawkinson over Rob Gronkowski.
Toughest matchup of the year for me in the semi. Oh, pain.
Pain. I mean, I don't think you've lost Keenan Allen. I don't think you can.
I need to know his other starters though, because I had him at
my one buddy texted me and he's like, "Yo, if Keenan Allen's limited, should I play Nelson Aguilar instead?" Like I wouldn't do that. If you have Terry McLaurin as your other option, then I don't hate it. But if you have Nelson Aguilar that you're choosing between or Keenan Allen, I'll take I'll take Keenan Allen on 50% of the snaps over Nelson Aguilar personally. Because I think when he's on the field, he's going to get the ball.
For sure. I agree. Oh, shit. Yo, guys, what's happening? Not much. You, Jared? Pick 2, Fournette. Okay. Fournette.
Okay. So let me go off on Leonard Fournette real quick. Do not start Leonard Fournette. 1, he sucks. He's terrible at football. 2, they're going to use the other guys, whether it's Shady McCoy, whether it's Keyshawn Vaughn. Hell, Kenyon Barner might get some run. Who the hell knows? But Leonard Fournette is not getting like 90% of the snaps and all the carries and all the targets. That's not happening.
He's a football player.
Even if he did get that, the Atlanta Falcons are a top 5 rush defense in the NFL right now, and they are not surrendering any rushing touchdowns, nor are they surrendering anything on the ground. Plus, again, compliment the fact that Leonard Fournette is not good. So if Rojo is out, which it looks like he's going to be, do not play a Buccaneers running back.
Yeah,
And
I fully agree.
in the same game, don't play a Falcons running back either.
For sure. And then the second part of the question, I mean, Woods, Landry, Deontay.
I think it's Woods and Deontay for me.
Yeah. Woods is the guarantee
Woods
for me.
Woods is my top 10, so
yeah,
Woods is easily in there.
Woods is the guarantee for me. Landry and Deontay is so close for me right now.
I still think I would take Deontay. His matchup is really good against the Bengals. Landry has the Giants defense, who maybe without James Bradbury, but the defense in general, the pass rush is very good, and Baker might be under some pressure. Might be a bit tougher for him to get the passing offense going. So I'll go Deontay there, even though he's been dropping the ball and getting benched recently.
I currently have Deontay at 27 and Landry at 30. So, like, they're close, but I'll go with Deontay there. So we left off at, let me just check right here. Oh my God, we're behind. Javon. Okay. 399 super chat from Stephen Drakes means a lot. He says, do you think Hunt and Pittman will do good in PPR? First of all, let's just mention Hunt real quick. That 26-point outing on Monday Night Football looked really good against the Ravens.
Yep.
I don't know if that 5 for 75 or whatever his receiving production is going to continue. But man, if he's going to continue staying involved in the offense, obviously with the news that's been going around, what's his name? They lost. Oh my God, I'm drawing a fucking blank. They lost someone. They lost fucking
who? The Browns?
Hooper hasn't been playing. I don't know. I can't think right now. Anyways, these last 2 weeks, Hunt's actually been involved in the passing game, and we've really seen that him and Nick Chubb have been working in sync with each other. Again, I think he's going to be fine. Pittman as well. I think he's going to do really good tonight. Obviously, we know the narrative, or not tonight, Sunday. Obviously, we know the narrative. I'm zonked out. Obviously, we know the narrative of T.Y. Hilton snapping against the Texans, but that matchup still also applies for Pittman. So I think both those receivers are going to do well.
I'm not willing to trust Pittman much higher than like a wide receiver 3 flex play. Yeah. I'm not like super high on him because he's only getting like five-ish targets per week.
Now,
so I don't really fully trust Pittman, but I suppose if you need a wide receiver 3, then he's fine.
Yeah. Like I have Pittman around, I think my wide receiver 33 or 34 right now. And I have TY actually in my top 24. So you guys will see that in the ranking show. As far as Hunt goes, I think he's fine. Again, if you have your expectations for him as a mid to low RB2, I think you're not going to be upset with that type of value with obviously the potential. I mean, this guy can score at any given point as we've seen over these weeks. If he gets you a touchdown, he's going to be an RB1 on the week. That's just how it's going to go with Kareem Hunt this week. So, yeah, I definitely think he can be a solid option for you in the semifinals. So there you go. Sorry about that. I kind of rambled on a little bit, but
all right. Yeah, let's get back up to Javon here. He's got Michael Thomas or Antonio Brown.
Okay, Thomas. Let me.
Okay. So the thing is with Michael Thomas though is that he hasn't practiced each of the last 2 days. So
that's fair.
I mean, maybe he's just that type of dude that, I have a feeling this is how Michael Thomas is that he doesn't really need a lot of practice. He'll probably practice in full tomorrow or in a limited participation tomorrow and be fine for the game. If Michael Thomas is in the game and we don't hear anything about him being on like a pitch count or anything like that, then he's in your lineup over Antonio.
Hey, you don't need to practice a lot to run a slant.
Yeah, no, not really. No.
What are your thoughts on Aguilar tonight? I think
he's fine. I think he's usable. Yeah. Ruggs being out is a big deal for Aguilar because those are the 2 primary guys that they use down the field with like Renfrow underneath. I think Aguilar is going to be solid. I don't think he's like a super great option though. I wouldn't be getting too cute and starting him over someone like, I don't know. I would start a guy like T. Higgins still over Nelson Aguilar, but I think he is still usable if you need a wide receiver 3.
Aguilar will probably figure in there on that wide receiver 38 to 42 type area for me when we do our rankings. So I don't know. Low end a wide receiver 3 is probably how I do him, but I think he could do fine. So basically I should start just start Tannehill over Herbert. Yeah, I actually have Tannehill as my quarterback 8 in the week and Herbert as my quarterback 10. So
yeah, I would 100% start Tannehill over Herbert.
Evans or J.K. Dobbins for my flex. I'm gonna go Dobbins, but
I'll go Dobbins. But if it was actually, I don't even think the scoring format matters because they're both touchdown guys. I'll go Dobbins there. I think in a wide receiver running back decision, a generally lean running back, and the running back matchup for the Ravens rushing offense as a whole is just so good.
Yep. Thanks. No problem, Mac. Glad to see you back in the live. Should I say Keenan Allen for, is that Tyron Johnson? That's the receiver for the
it's Tyron Johnson. No, you gotta play Keenan Allen over him.
Gotta play Keenan Allen. He got you here. If he's limited, I mean, he still has a better chance of outproducing Tyron Johnson, regardless, even on a limited snap count, because he's that good of a player.
Yeah.
Do you think Bill Belichick would lose on purpose just to help prevent them from?
I mean, he's that petty, so I don't doubt it, but I don't think Bill Belichick is losing any games intentionally.
Aren't they 7-6 right now? Or are they 6-7?
Yeah. Actually, I don't even think they can afford to lose games because they still have a shot at the playoffs. I think they're 6-7, if I'm not mistaken.
Not to mention if they beat the Dolphins, they'll go ahead of them.
I think the Dolphins are a game up.
7-6 now. Oh no, they're 8-5. You're right. They're 8-5. Regardless, so they would be a game behind with the season series on them because they won the first matchup in week 1.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love the Dolphins. I love what they're doing, but man, if you lose your game to the Patriots, then you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
What should be my running backs for this week? I have James Robinson, David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Cam Akers, Raheem Mostert, CH. So that's you're stacked at running back for the record. I'm assuming you can only start 2, but I would actually be interested to see what's your flex type position in this league because I'd want to start at least 3 of those guys. Okay. David Montgomery and Cam Akers are the 2 that are I'm eyeballing right now as the must starts out of this group. And then I would probably lean James Robinson if you could start a 3rd. So I'd go Montgomery, Akers, and then Robinson personally.
Yeah, that's probably what I would go with.
Man, talking about Akers, he went from unstartable to a top fucking 7 running back.
Yeah, that's crazy. 3 weeks ago, I was like, oh yeah, we're never going to see any Sean McVay use any of these backs as a featured workhorse. And then I caveated it with this, unless he just has some random change of heart and starts using Cam Akers. It literally just happened randomly. I don't know why he did it, but I mean, I'm glad he did it.
Pain the week. Oh man, imagine that. I would have had Cam Akers, Jonathan Taylor, and Alvin Kamara peaking for the semifinal this week if I didn't drop Akers.
Hell.
The only reason I dropped him is because the Steelers-Ravens fucking COVID shit, man.
Yep.
Ugh. Anyways.
What did Alp say there?
Sorry. My bad. Calvin Ridley is also my flex, so I'll probably still start him over my running backs.
Glad you know I'm glad you knew who C. Rid was because I didn't know who that was.
Calvin Ridley, yeah.
I was like, who's Crid?
I'd want to know who your 2 receivers are that you're starting over Ridley then, because I don't want to sit James Robinson, but I would have to if I have Montgomery.
I would easily rather play Calvin Ridley than James Robinson.
Oh no, definitely. But I want to hear who his other 2 receivers are that he's having.
Yeah, he's probably got some
Adams and Diggs. Damn, your team is looking nice there, Alp. Ebron or Logan Sanders?
I'll go Eric Ebron there. I think Logan Thomas has been pretty good, but Eric Ebron's been good all season, so I'm not sitting.
Agreed there. So on first in one league, I played defense against everyone and picked up T.Y. Hill. Yeah, yours. Ayuk
is startable over McLaurin. Yeah, I would start Ayuk over McLaurin.
Yeah. Is it crazy that I'm contemplating T.Y. as well?
No, I wouldn't start T.Y.
I wouldn't, but man, T.Y. against the Texans, we all know the narrative at this
point. I don't know. To me, he just smells like a huge letdown this week. Everyone's on him, and he's gonna bust. I have a feeling it's gonna happen. But Ayuk I have Brandon Ayuk at my wide receiver 11 this week.
So do I.
Yeah, he's really high in my rankings. So there's a lot of guys that would start him over, including a guy like Michael Thomas.
For sure. I have him 1 spot behind Thomas. So the fact that he's in that tier is insane. But anyways, starting Lamar, Ekeler, Chubb, JT, AJ Brown, Jefferson, Gronk, sitting Dobbins, Keenan, and Hunter Henry. Do I change anything? So
I'd like to be able to get Dobbins in your lineup, but you're not going to sit him for Jefferson, or you're not going to play him over Jefferson.
Who's his second running back? It says Chubb's in the flex.
Ekeler, Chubb, JT.
Oh, doink. Okay, I didn't notice JT.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would change anything there. I think you're probably good. It kind of sucks that you have to sit J.K. Dobbins, but I don't think you can start him over any of the options you have there.
Obviously, if Keenan wasn't on a pitch count, you start him over Jefferson, but because of that, that's enough for me to just start Jefferson because I think he's going to ball load as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you may as well avoid the risk there. Hit that like button. Yeah, as Javon says, hit that like button. We got 49 viewers in the live stream. I want to see 49 likes on this stream right now. And if you're new to the channel, you're not used to seeing Fantasy Stock Exchange pop into your recommendeds, make sure you go hit that subscribe button. Again, we are on the road to 2.5 thousand subscribers. Currently at just about 2,300. Would mean a ton if we were able to hit that by the new year. Appreciate you guys a lot.
Next week when fantasy season's over, we're not done. We have a lot of big things coming. We got some things in the works right now, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. I might even make a video saying what our off-season plans are and stuff like that. Maybe you guys can leave some comments saying what you want to hear about. Maybe you want us to talk about this subject or what we learned, or talk about these prospects in this order, or how you guys whatever the case is. You guys can leave us suggestions for off-season content because we have a lot of things that we want to do, but we can always use more. So Make sure you guys leave us whatever you got.
Had my last fall semester exam yesterday, so we're chilling.
My last one's on Saturday, and I'm gonna need to buy some. I might just have to chug a bottle because I don't have any cans.
There you go.
Oh, I'm done my final exam. I'm gonna have to. I'm probably just gonna get this. I'm probably just gonna get drunk for.
We're hopping on a fucking Zoom call at that point. I'm probably gonna get a bottle of wine or something, pop it open.
Yeah.
Supports the channel. Yeah, listen to Javon. I mean, it supports the channel, supports that YouTube algorithm as always. Anyways, appreciate that. You like Javon?
Just say YouTube algorithm on them.
Oh, we definitely need to.
Yeah.
JP as well. Thumbs up. Let's get it, boys. Should I take the risk and start Keenan Allen? My other options to play over him or Jefferson?
No, don't take the risk. You have way better options. I would. Man, Ayuk and Jefferson's close. I think I'd probably play Jefferson out of those options over Keenan Allen.
I have Ayuk over Jefferson.
Who did the Vikings play again?
Vikings play Chicago.
Oh, the Bears. Yeah. No, I would start Ayuk over Jefferson too. Sorry, for some reason I thought I'm thinking of the Rams receivers that play the Jets.
I moved Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I think I would start Ayuk over those others because Lockett has the Washington football team, which ain't really that great of a matchup either.
I moved Keenan Allen down to 15 for the record. So
yeah, I should probably move him too.
I mean, I still like him. Obviously, he's still a top 15 receiver, but there's definitely like safer options. Yeah. Good luck, Malachi. I hope he snaps. I still think he's going to do fine. Again, a top 15 receiver for me. I would just temper the expectations just a tad because, I mean, this guy's been playing like a top 6 or 7 receiver all year. Maybe he finishes as top 15 instead of that. So
okay, so where I just moved Keenan Allen to, I moved him at 18, right behind Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, and Terry McLaurin. So those are the 4 guys like that I would start over Keenan Allen, and then all the other guys we've talked about thus far too.
For sure. Here, let's get
PPR. He says start Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
So I am a little worried about Tom Brady this week, though, just because the Atlanta Falcons are low key. Have over the past 5 weeks have been good against the quarterback position. I know they've played some bad quarterbacks, including Taysom Hill twice, but they're only allowing like 185 passing yards per game, and they've only allowed like 3 passing touchdowns or 4 passing touchdowns over the past 5 weeks. So it is a little concerning for Tom Brady, but I think the offense is talented enough in Tampa, especially if they're not going to have Ronald Jones there. They're going to have to throw the ball more. I think Brady should be pretty good, but I am actually considering starting Deshaun Watson over him. It's a really close decision, but I'm going to start. You're starting Watson.
Yeah, I would start Watson over him. I have Watson at quarterback 6 still. I know the matchup's tough, but I mean, it's Deshaun freaking Watson.
Okay, for one, the Indianapolis Colts, here, I'll pull this up right now, over the last 5 games have been the 11th best matchup for fantasy quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'm still starting Deshaun. I mean, he's my quarterback 6 on the week.
And not only that, but they've allowed 3 rushing touchdowns over the past 5 games too.
There you go.
I don't think I can do it, dude. I don't think I can do it. I think I have to start Brady.
Fair. I don't know.
I think I got the back-to-back in my rankings, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I could start Watson. I'm like, it's so close. I have no idea. And part of it's going to hinge on Brandon Cooks being fully healthy, I guess, too. I think even if Brandon Cooks is healthy, though, I think I still got to start Brady.
That's fair. Yeah. Brady over Hill, though. Danny, love me. I love you. I love you, Lucas. Nice seeing you in the chat. Indy's D versus Houston or Cleveland D versus New York Giants. For the record, if Cleveland D is available on your waiver wire and you want to win your championship, pick them up because these next 2 weeks against the Giants, right? Against the Giants and then against the Jets.
Yeah, I think
Jets and championship.
Do you play Indy over versus? Actually, I'm going to go with Cleveland just because I trust Deshaun Watson to do too much damage against the Indy defense compared to Daniel Jones, who probably fumble 8 times.
Not to mention, Freddie Kitchens calling play calls for the Giants this week.
Oh, geez. So we're going to force feed Darius Slayton like he's Odell.
Oh, yeah. Diggs, Allen, or Adams. What?
Drop?
What? Don't. Please, no. Don't drop any of them.
Tell me you mean sit and not drop.
Please tell me you mean
sit. Okay, of the guys you should sit, it's Keenan Allen. And I guess if you had to drop one, it would also be Keenan Allen. But I don't want to drop any of them.
Please don't drop any of them. Especially not Devontae Adams, the best in the league.
Yeah. Adams and Diggs are in your lineup there if you have to sit one of those guys.
Oh, shoot. Kyler Murray, Mikey.
For sure.
Please don't start Carr over him. Herbert or Hill. I actually have them back to back, but I
think you have to start Herbert because you don't know what whether Taysom Hill is going to be the starter or not.
Okay with that. Damn, we just saw Should I drop one of like the top 6?
I think he meant sit.
Please, I hope. So we left off on Inceptivus, and we got Stephen Drake's again.
Double up.
Two-time for the two-time. Double up right here. 499, another super chat. He says, would you pick up and play Irv Smith, Reed, or Komet full PPR? And do you think Jeff Wilson was snatched this week? So for the first part of the question,
Irv Smith, if Kyle Rudolph is out again, I would play Irv Smith of those options. If Kyle Rudolph is not out, then I would play Jordan Reed of those options.
Really? Over Komet?
Yes, I would.
Interesting. I think Irv Smith's the clear regardless.
With Debo out, I think Jordan Reed is also a pretty big beneficiary of that. And Mostert being out too, probably. At least, I don't know if he's going to be out for sure, but he could be out.
I'm pretty sure Rudolph got listed as doubtful. So
so I think I would. I think Irv Smith is the play there. Irv Smith he looks really good, and he's starting to get the workload. And if Kyle Rudolph is out of the lineup, I'm going to love him next year for fantasy purposes.
For sure. And do you think Jeff Smith? Yes, I think he's going to be a top 25 to 28 or so running back this week in my rankings.
I think I have where I'm going to have him ranked. I currently have it still as if Raheem Mostert's going to play, but if Raheem Mostert isn't playing, I'm probably going to have Jeff Wilson similar to like a Kenyon Drake. It's probably about the area I'm going to have him.
Yeah, probably around the 18 type area. 18
where Clyde and Kenyon Drake kind of are is probably where he's going to be.
Yeah, agreed. I'd probably have him a little bit ahead of both of those guys, but like they're both going to be like they're all going to be in the same type of area. Again, I'm doing these rankings right now as if Raheem Mostert was playing. If he doesn't play, obviously it's going to be higher than where I currently have him. So I currently have Drake at 18, David Johnson at 19, and Clyde at 20.
You have David Johnson at 19?
Yeah, where do you have him?
Not at 19, that's for sure.
Higher or lower?
I don't even know if he's in my rankings right now. Hold on.
Okay, you probably want to put him
he's not in my rankings right now. That's why.
He's a full go to go.
Okay.
Full
go. So I'm going to have to move him up
then. Yeah. But yeah. And for the
44 sounds about right for him.
Relax. He's been
I'm not putting him that high, though. Where you put him, I'm not putting him that high.
Fine. Put him at 25 then, and you call it an 8.
I'll put him at 25. Yeah, right ahead of Damian Harris. I think that sounds about right.
I like him, man. Like, I don't like him, but like I like what he.
Okay, so we got to rip through some questions because we are quite behind because we went on a really big tangent like usual.
Let's catch up.
Inceptivus says start Robert Woods or Deontay Johnson. Woods easily. And Andrews or Hawkinson. I will go with Andrews personally.
I'm going Hawkinson.
Okay, so we might have to write that one down for the week because I think Mark Andrews. I think you're underestimating Mark Andrews.
I'm not underestimating him. He's a number 4 tight end.
He's about to go on the run. He's about to go on a run, man. I
think Hawkinson's going to.
Yeah.
Again, I got to see the status of what's his face, Stafford. But
yeah, Stafford doesn't play.
If Stafford plays, that's
over him for sure.
Yeah. Ebron, I'm going Ebron there.
Yeah, I'll go Ebron. Irv Smith's tempting, but I'd still take Ebron over him.
Yep. Should. Oh, okay. He finishes off after. Titans defense versus the Lions without. Okay, are we sure that Stafford's for sure out?
Even if Stafford misses this game, I would still start the Colts defense because the Titans defense sucks. So I don't trust them to do anything.
That's fair. Should I play Keenan or wait for Cup or more in a half-point PPR? That's probably around the range where I like.
I literally said Cooper Kupp is right ahead of him. He's the one, he's the last guy that I put ahead of him. So I would start Cooper Kupp over him against the Jets defense. The Jets are terrible. So against the pass, against the run, against everyone. So I will take Cooper Kupp over Keenan Allen with the limited play that he's going to be.
I had Allen at 15 and Kupp at 16, but after looking at it, I have Allen at 17 now, right behind Godwin. So
my cutoff for him is Robbie Anderson against the Packers. That's my cutoff.
Sure.
DJ Moore, I wouldn't start over him though, because DJ Moore is coming off of COVID and he might be in some capacity, but Kupp is the better start of those three guys.
For sure. I've been riding James Robinson the whole season, but I have Mike Davis with a better matchup.
That is really, really close, man.
I'll let you know where I have him right now. So I have
James Robinson significally lower than you do. I guarantee it.
I guess probably. I have him at 9, Davis at 10.
I'm at 13, James Robinson. So my thinking, and I talked about this on the Start Sit show, was basically the Titans. What happened? Why did James Robinson get game scripted out last week? He only played 57% of the snaps, and they barely ran the ball at all. It's because the Titans rolled the Jags, right? Do you not expect the Ravens run game to do the exact same thing? They're just going to roll the Jaguars. Like Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, and Gus Edwards are probably just going to run the ball down their throats. Probably not going to have the ball all that much, and I could see James Robinson not really having that much volume in this game. And on top of that, the Ravens D is still pretty good against the run. So it's still not a good matchup regardless. I think game script's going to play a big part of this one. That's why I have, of the guys that are like sure bets for volume, I have James Robinson last. And Mike Davis, I actually have one spot ahead of him. So I would start Mike Davis in a full PPR over James Robinson.
I just moved Robinson one spot down. I forgot that I had Cam Akers lower than him, so I moved Cam Akers to 9. I have Cam Akers at 9, Robinson at 10, Davis at 11, and then Sanders at 12. Okay, so we left off Manu. Okay, we left off at Manu again. He went back to back. We got a $1.99 super chat from Connor. Appreciate that a ton as well. He says Lamar, Herbert, and JT or Aaron Jones.
Lamar easily there.
Yes. And JT or Aaron Jones. I have JT at 3 this week.
I have Aaron Jones at 2. So Aaron Jones against the Carolina Panthers run defense, I will take Aaron Jones. I like Jonathan Taylor as much as the next guy this week, but Aaron Jones is not out of my lineup, and no shot is he out of my lineup. I would like to know who your other running backs are, because if you have someone like James Robinson or like Miles Sanders or something, I would start both of those guys over those guys.
Agreed. To be fair, though, me saying that I love JT over Aaron Jones doesn't mean I hate Aaron Jones, because I have Aaron Jones at 6. I have JT at 3 and Aaron Jones at 6. So, yes, I would definitely need to know who your other running backs are, because the only running backs that I am starting over Jones are, in order, Derrick Henry, Austin Ekeler, Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb. Those are the 5 I had of Aaron Jones. Then it's Aaron Jones at 6.
I mean, you probably would start Dalvin Cook too, just because it's probably too cute if you don't.
Yeah. I have Cook at 7, but that doesn't mean I hate Cook. It's just the matchup is
it's the matchup bad, but it's hard. You can't sit Dalvin Cook. It's just
you can't sit him.
He's the last of the elite guys right now because of the matchup.
For sure. So we left off there. Appreciate again the $1.99 super chat. We left off at Manu.
Here. He said need Ekeler and Herbert to have a game. I have the stack in our listener league. I have Ekeler and Herbert, and I need them to have a game as well.
Praying for it. Go Dobbins there, Fisherman.
Yep.
Also pick 2 here. Cooper, Davis, J.K. Dobbins. I'm sitting
Cooper. Crazy.
I was just about to say that. I'm sitting
Cooper is set to see Richard Sherman in as his primary matchup. Probably not a shadow coverage matchup. They don't use Richard Sherman that way, but according to PFF, that's the alignment that they expect Amari Cooper to line up against Richard Sherman. And teams are just hesitant to throw at Richard Sherman because he's been in the league so long and he's been such a great player for so long. So I will go Corey Davis in a easy matchup, a very, very easy matchup for Corey Davis, and J.K. Dobbins, same thing. So I'll take both of those guys over Cooper.
For the record, Corey Davis has been really good this year too. It's not even just saying like, oh, we're going to bench Cooper because Corey Davis has a good matchup. No, it's because Corey Davis has actually been good.
I have a feeling he's going to be like a guy that goes to another team next year and is probably like the guy that you build your young quarterback around or whatever. Like you go sign him and then you have him and Terry McLaurin in Washington and then you draft Justin Fields or something like that.
That would be fun. Unfortunately, Washington is going to win the division, so they're going to have to settle on like Kyle Trask.
I totally forgot Washington's going to win.
Bro, oh my God, please Washington take Kyle Trask so I can laugh at you.
Yeah, I mean, Washington, you didn't even care about Washington. They've been so irrelevant for so long.
Out of all the teams in the division, like
they're like the Falcons. I don't really like. I have no distaste for the Falcons because, like, even when we were bad, we would still beat the Falcons. So,
like, if the Cowboys are going to be bad on any given year, the one team I want to be good in the division is going to be Washington because I hate the Eagles and the Giants. So, would you start Allen, Guyton, Rashard Higgins, or Johnson? Keenan Allen.
If that's Keenan Allen, I'm taking Keenan Allen. Yeah,
easily. But yeah. What a game on Monday night. That was amazing to watch because Lamar came back from pooping at the end. I hit all.
I have a crazy story about that game. So I was down 78 points going into that game in one league, and I was a super big underdog in that league. Guess who I had going? I had Lamar Jackson, I had Nick Chubb, Marquise Brown, and Mark Andrews. I won my matchup on that pass from Lamar to Hollywood Brown. That was the game. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I just won that.
That's crazy.
And my team is like decimated because I had Will Fuller, I had DJ Moore, who was on COVID last week. So I started like Kiki QT and Michael Pittman Jr. and Marquise Brown as my top 3 receivers because my team was just decimated. And on top of that, I also got trolled by Josh Jacobs and started Jeff Wilson instead of him.
Gerbil says, who's got more of a chance to boom, Carr or Tannehill? It's going to be Tannehill. Also,
Tannehill definitely has a bigger chance to boom.
I really rate your profile pick that you got on the profile now. I mean, that's really elegant, really legit. Got the graphic going. It's got Gerbil Beard on the graphic. So, good work there. Oh, my gosh. I'm going Akers, but like,
I'll take Akers, but I don't want to sit Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You're chilling. No, go Keenan there.
Yeah.
I like Landry, but go Keenan.
Yep.
Would you start Keenan? I like Ty, but I'm going Keenan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
close.
It's 24 though.
I would go Keenan.
Yeah. Hey guys, would you go with Kenyon Drake or Kareem Hunt in my second RB slot? I already have Chubb locked in. I would go with Kenyon Drake personally.
Yeah, especially if you have Chubb too.
They're close. Again, I have Drake at 18 and like Chubb or Hunt at I think 21 or 22. But again, yeah, I would go Drake. Julio out. PPR play Gage, Claypool, Higgins, or Bowden. Looking for ceiling here. Okay, so if you're looking for ceiling,
Higgins, honestly, I think he has the best combination of ceiling and floor. I know Claypool has the ceiling. We've all seen it, but I think T. Higgins last time he played Pittsburgh had like a 22-point game, and I think he has like the best floor of anyone, probably like outside of the top 10 receivers. Basically.
I want to say Gage so bad, but I just
Claypool just is not playing enough for me to play him over Higgins.
Yeah, like I want to say Gage so bad, but I can't be cute enough to play him over Higgins.
No. Especially in a PPR league too, because Claypool doesn't get a lot of receptions. He's more of like he needs a touchdown type of guy.
Oh. I'd probably play Gage over Claypool, in all honesty. Like, if Julio's out, I'll probably play Gage over Claypool, which is crazy to say. But Higgins is going to be the number one there for me, in my opinion.
All right, let's see if we can catch up in time before kickoff here.
Yeah, pick one. I'd go Pittman there.
Yeah, I'll take Pittman there, too.
He does make a fair point. Bradbury.
The defense is still good, regardless if Bradbury's playing or not, so I'd rather play Pittman.
That's fair. What's good, guys? Need advice on my lineup? Pick one wide receiver and one flex, full point PPR. So you're going Akers and Hilton. Akers and Hilton.
Yeah, that's what I'd go with as well.
Ayo,
Mr.
Blue. Mason Crossbar or Chris Boswell? Go with Crossbar.
Yeah, I'll go with Crossbar too.
Do I start Keenan Allen? Yes.
Depends what your other options are, but yeah, I would start him over a majority of receivers.
Yeah.
Do not start Mike Williams. So if anyone is wondering about Mike Williams, just absolutely don't start him under any circumstances.
Full PPR, pick one. Go AB.
Yeah, I'll take Antonio there.
Put your other options in the chat. Yeah, Spicy Hot Scott discovered.
Yeah.
Mike Davis. Wow. Start Montgomery and Akers, but I don't want to sit Davis, but you have to in this.
Montgomery is he's a little overhyped this week, I think.
I saw him at 8, but yeah.
Running back 8 in like consensus right now. And the Vikings are like a league average matchup against running backs. I think I'd almost rather play Davis.
That's fair. I mean, I do have him at 8, but that's also because I'm playing against him, so he's guaranteed to go off.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to move Davis ahead of Montgomery. I had Montgomery at 10 and Mike Davis at 11. I think I'm going to move Mike Davis ahead of him because I think I would start Mike Davis over him.
Dobbins or Mike Evans? Oh, he's already asked us. I would go with Dobbins.
And then Marvin Jones and Gallman. Yeah, no, you go with Dobbins out of those 4 options there.
Allen or TY? I'd go with Allen there. Nicholas, even though I do like TY, but I'm still Keenan.
Okay, so Juan said his other options instead of Keenan because he said, should I start Keenan? His other options are Gallman, Shepard, and Curtis Samuel. I think Gallman is a little depends what the scoring format is, Juan. If it's a full PPR league, I would still start Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I think even in a half PPR league, I'd still start Keenan Allen. If it's a standard league, then I would start Gallman because he's a pretty touchdown or bust type of play. If it's any kind of PPR league, I think I would still start Keenan.
Agreed. Also, for this one, Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan Allen.
Kirk, Shepard, Myers for Keenan Allen, or roll the dice with him.
Roll the dice with Keenan.
Yeah, roll the dice. What D do you play? Baltimore plays Jags and Minshew, or San Fran who plays Dallas? Baltimore.
Yeah, I'll take Baltimore against Minshew.
As crazy as it sounds, because I don't trust Andy Dalton.
I trust the Cowboys to put up more points than the Jags.
Baltimore's a better defense in general. So, do you think Ekeler's? Yes, solid is an understatement, my friend.
Yeah, I think he's going to be
good. With Keenan Allen banged up,
his floor is just so safe in terms of receptions and stuff. Like you can't really ask much more out of a running back than what Austin Ekeler is giving you as a receiver. So, I mean, even if he has a down game, doesn't get into has he scored a touchdown since he's been back? I don't even think he has. And he's still putting up 20 points a week because he catches 10 passes.
Let's contextualize this, right? He's played in 5 games this year. He's played in 6 like healthy games. Like the one that he left earlier.
With Justin Herbert, and he has 49 targets.
And I was just about to say that. Like he's so safe from a target output standpoint.
He's averaging 10 targets a game with Justin Herbert.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, limited, or we don't know what their roles are going to be. And Hunter Henry actually got banged up last week too. He's expected to be healthy, but like we could kind of see a snap count from him, considering that he did lead the game at some point last week. I think Austin Ekeler in a top 5 matchup on the ground against the Raiders is going to ball the hell out. Like he's going to have a 30-point.
I hope so, man. I have him in 2 leagues that I'm in the playoffs in, and I need him to do really well for me.
Yeah, for real. You know what? I'll trim like 20 pounds, and then I'll do that for you. Okay, hardcore. Fucking around. Watson.
Watson, 100%.
Watson's going to catch like 5 passes this week. He's going to be amazing.
No, but yeah, Watson is definitely the play. I know Jalen Hurts is fine and all that, but I'm not starting him over Deshaun Watson. That's too cute in my opinion.
I'm trying to think who that player is in the picture there. Oh yeah, we already went over that. Isn't that DeAndre Francois? Yeah, DeAndre Francois.
Oh yeah,
I know we've had this conversation with him before.
Yeah, we have.
I'll stick with Herbie.
Yeah, no, but like if both of his top receivers were out, I would have said to play Derek Carr instead of him, but he's got them at least on a limited basis, so I'll trust Justin Herbert to get it done.
For sure. Need a defense: Dolphins, Bills, Niners, or Browns? Browns
against New England's kind of close for me, but I think there's a chance that we saw what Bill Belichick did to one rookie quarterback this season. I think there's a chance that the Patriots kind of just roll the Chargers or the Dolphins in this game.
Dolphins. All right. Hey, what are you thinking about the Ridley prediction?
I haven't actually looked at the receiver matchups for that game yet because I'm in the process of doing the start-sit thing. I gotta imagine that Carlton's going to be on Calvin Ridley, especially if Julio is out. Actually, only if Julio is out. If Julio's out for this game, then Carlton's going to be on Calvin Ridley like white on rice. They will use him in a shadow matchup, and that is not a good sign because teams are actually just not throwing at Carlton anymore, aside from when he has Tyreek Hill on him.
Mm-hmm. Diggs and Adams, please don't. Or it wasn't.
No, he's the one that said. I think we were like, "How are you not playing Ayuk?" And he was like, "Diggs and Adams are my receivers."
Oh, yeah, you're chilling. Oh, I
have Diggs and Adams in our listener league, so I can.
I literally said that when he mentioned that start sit. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you must have Diggs and Adams."
Yeah.
I figured Jeff. Yeah, you're chilling there, spicy.
Yeah.
Big fat dab incoming. Hey, Bush, when you fucking graduate, you little dirty bastard.
Yeah, no, I don't smoke.
No, I'm messing with you. Allen or JK? This is where I'd go JK. It's so close, but I'm going Dobbins against the Jags. It's too good. Nice.
Yeah, I'll take Dobbins over, assuming that's Keenan Allen and not Allen Robinson.
For sure. Yo, Keenan Allen or T.Y. Hilton? I'm going to go Keenan Allen there, William.
I feel like we've answered this question 12 times, and it's not even like the same person. It's just everyone has this decision. I would go Keenan Allen there.
So we left off at J Peach. We got a $5 super chat from Travis. Appreciate that a ton. He says, pick one, please. Taysom Hill, Tannehill, or Trubisky. So out of those options, again, I'm going Ryan Tannehill against.
Yeah, I'll go with Ryan Tannehill there for sure.
It's going to be some, or not the Jaguars. He played Jaguars last week. Lions. That's it. Another bad run defense for Derrick Henry. Go figure. But not a good defense.
Again, Tannehill's big games have come in Derrick Henry's big games. Generally speaking, last week that wasn't the case, and it was probably because I said that stat last week. But every other game that Derrick Henry's had a big game, Tannehill's had a good game as well. So.
Yeah, you're look at the second part. Pick three.
Ekeler, Montgomery, Davis, or Akers. Jesus.
I'm
sitting Montgomery.
I'm sitting Davis.
I'm going to sit Montgomery. I think Ekeler and Akers are for sure in your lineup, but I would sit Montgomery over Davis for sure.
I would sit Davis for Montgomery. So you can't go wrong with that last decision. I need to remind you that Mike Davis has the Green Bay Packers run defense. Yes.
And he also is probably going to catch a lot of passes because they're going to be behind in that game.
That's fair. Either way, what you can gather from that is Ekeler and Akers are must.
And that's that last question. I would play Ayuk even if Julio Jones does play.
Yeah. Oh, fully.
And I know that's probably something I never thought I would. If I said that earlier in the season, if I said we're going to have a decision where it's Brandon Ayuk or Julio Jones, what would you think happened? Ayuk broke the fuck out or Julio Jones disappointed?
Oh, Ayuk broke out.
Yeah, that's probably what he has, to be fair.
Because he got drafted by Kyle Shanahan in the perfect system for where he could play. And that's
he was a guy that I was super high on, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm the only one that's high on him. And then when he got drafted to the Niners, I'm like, okay, I'm staying high on him because he's my like before the season, I tweeted out who my top 10 receivers were, and he was my wide receiver 5 or 6.
Yeah,
like, and I had him. I think I had Pittman at 5 and him at 6, and I had Jefferson higher than consensus too. So. Yeah, I definitely hit on, at least 2 of those guys, and I think Pittman will be good as well. But
I can't wait to do our rookie rankings for next year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, again, I appreciate that $5 super chat, Travis. To basically sum that up, again, I would personally go with Tannehill, sit Davis, and start Ayuk, and Bush would just do the same as me, except for sitting Monty instead of Davis. So, again, appreciate that $5 super chat. We will go back to, who do we leave off at? J Peach, right? Excel's Huge Cloud. Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. I'm going to go with Kyler Murray there, Professor Fitness.
I'm just going to sort through real quick and just see if we have any other questions relating to this game so that we don't miss them before the kickoff. Danny says, should I play Allen or Brandon Ayuk? I would actually play Brandon Ayuk over Keenan Allen. I would pivot off of Keenan Allen for Brandon Ayuk.
Where are you, sorry?
Huh?
Oh, we still have more up here, no?
I know. I'm just going through the questions that are about because it's about to be kickoff. I just want to make sure they can get their stuff in before if it's related to Keenan Allen or something. Kevin says PPR start 2 flex 1 Ekeler, Aaron Jones, Jacob or Akers. Okay, start 2 1 flex. I would go with Ekeler, Aaron Jones, and Cam Akers there. Danny again says Ayuk or Keenan Allen. That's definitely Ayuk for me.
Ayuk, yep. Maybe the ones with the game, and then we could go back.
Sure. What do we got else here?
Should I play Keenan Allen over Justin Jefferson? Allen, I would go Jefferson there. No,
I would go Jefferson there as well. Caesar says the same question. I would say play Brandon Ayuk over him.
Would you start Keenan Allen? I'd have to know your other options there. Hi, Hapsy.
The fan club, I would play Keenan Allen over Cole Beasley.
By the way, if we miss your question, we're gonna get back up. We're just answering questions that are
just before kickoff, so we don't.
Keenan Allen for me there, Brady.
He says, what do you guys think of Renfro over Gurley? I mean, neither are great options. I guess I'd go with Renfro. I don't think Gurley's going to get anything done. So
Allen or Hilton, go with Allen there, William.
Trey Tillman says Justin Herbert or Ryan Tannehill. I would go with Ryan Tannehill there, Trey.
William, Allen over Hilton.
Trey Briggs says Justin Herbert or Jalen Hurts. I'd go with Justin Herbert still.
Yeah. Okay. So we will get back up.
Braden says Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper. I think I'd still roll Keenan Allen there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you already get to that?
Yeah. Same. I said Keenan.
Okay. So the question we leave off up here.
Javon, I said Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Go with Tampa's D.
How do you feel about Kiki QT? I'm assuming that. Yeah. QT.
Yeah. I mean, Brandon Cooks is going to be back, so that definitely hurts his volume a little bit. But he got solid work, I guess, last week, and he scored a touchdown. So
for sure.
I mean, if you're desperate, I don't hate it.
Yeah, low end wide receiver 3, high end wide receiver 4. So, Texas fan here. Hope so. I have Brandon Cooks. Hopefully 3 of us can go to Cooks.
Anyone who's still here, should I start Deshaun Watson or should I start Tom Brady? I'm so torn in this decision. I don't know who to start.
Watson.
They're back to back in my rankings.
Watson. Wait, with those Falcons stats, you guys still think I should start? Don't start Henry over Gronk ever, please.
Yeah, no, I would still start Gronk.
I hate Hunter Henry. It's a passion. Hurts or Baker? Give me Hurts. I love Baker's been amazing, but Hurts, you bring that rushing floor with him. Good matchup against the Cardinals. I think he's going to be fine. He's a quarterback 11 for this week.
Need I remind you, though, that Deshaun Watson's on the road in Indianapolis with a limited Brandon Cooks.
That's fine. It's Deshaun Watson.
David Johnson's back, so they're going to run the ball a little bit more.
They can also at least they have an outlet. I mean, they're not relying on.
My worry is that they on the goal line, they have been running Deshaun Watson on the goal line because they don't have a running back that can punch in any touchdown. I think I'm going to stick with Brady. My gut's telling me to stick with Brady.
Find your gut at the end of the day. I'm not going to be able to convince you otherwise. And
I think whatever decision I make, it's just going to be wrong anyway. So I'm going to just go with Brady.
Oh, it's going to be wrong if you decide to start Brady over Watson. That's the wrong
decision. I think if I start Watson over Brady, it's going to be wrong too. Because I'm going to be like, what am I doing? I had the obvious easier matchup.
Start Brady because I actually have to start Watson in my other league.
Yeah.
Should I start Aguilar if I have Devontae? I'm fine. Yeah, start Aguilar over Devontae. I don't even know if Devontae's going to play. Is he?
Parker.
Even if he does,
I think he's listed as hopeful to play. I don't think he's probably going to be playing. I'd rather start Aguilar anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say.
Devontae's going to get Gilmore even if he does play.
Yeah. Space out a few minutes, you guys. We'll Saturday games we're not used to, but heck, we'll hop on for an hour for sure. We know the people.
Actually, maybe I should do a drinking then.
Yes,
because I'm going to be done my exam at that time.
Yeah, I'm down.
Actually, when is my exam? Let me check my
midday
calendar.
Drinking. Let's go.
I'm probably going to drink both days, to be honest, because my exam, my internal auditing exam is at 11 a.m. So I'm going to be done. I don't know, 1 o'clock. So yeah, sounds like drinking before the 4 p.m. game.
Amen. PPR start 2, flex 1. The ones you're benching here is actually Jacobs.
Yeah, we already went over that one.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Henry, what the heck? Bench Zeke. What the heck?
Classic.
Always.
You have to bench one of these.
Bench Zeke.
I think you have to bench 2 of them. Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, or Zeke Elliott.
No, Javon.
Derrick Henry, you got to start. I guess you're sitting Alvin Kamara, but I don't want to sit him.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Go Gallman.
Yeah, I'd go Gallman there.
Hurts or Baker? Hurts.
Would you start Jeff Wilson if Mostert's out over Gallman?
Absolutely. He's probably going to be in the 17-18 range right beside each other.
Where do I have Gallman?
I got to figure that out.
Thank God I do have Wayne Gallman because I have Rojo in my main league and he's probably not going to play, so I need to pivot to Wayne Gallman, and thank God I have Wayne Gallman, or else I'd be playing T. Higgins, which makes me nervous.
Okay, Kevin, the 2 you start here is Ridley and Diggs.
Yep.
Even though it's hard
yeah, I would like to get Ayuk in there and Jefferson and Woods. They're all literally all 5 of those guys are in my top 10. I'm not even kidding.
Jefferson, they're swole nerds. Fournette, Dobbins, Drake, Robbie Anderson. Assuming you only have to start 1, it's Dobbins.
If you can start 2, I'd throw a Dobbins Drake out there.
Yep. Yeah, good luck, man. Like that's a really good team. Hopefully
you got the best quarterback in fantasy. You got 2 of the best 5 running backs in fantasy. You got some great matchups for your other guys, Dobbins and Ayuk and Ebron. Cooper's the only guy that I'm really concerned about. But you should have a good matchup. Sure. Those running backs should be, and Mahomes should be enough to carry you.
For sure. Have a good night, everyone. You too, Ray. Papa Lepre back in the chat, killing it, fellas. Appreciate that a ton. Love seeing the familiar face out here.
If any of you guys are in here and you haven't made the playoffs or you're not in a game this week, you guys are the real MVP. Because I said that on my start sit show. I'm like, is anyone watching this that isn't in the playoffs, like in any of their leagues? And a couple people commented, they're like, yeah, I'm still watching even though I'm not in the playoffs. So you guys are really the real MVP if that's the case. Because I assure you, I would not be watching if I wasn't in the playoffs.
If you're watching, cheer us on, man. Both of us are in the semifinals of our main home league, so hopefully we can both be talking about our finals matchups going into next week.
Hopefully, I can be talking. I'm in 4 semifinals matchups this week. Of my 7 leagues, I made the semifinals in 4 of them. I think I'm going to lose in the one that I somehow pulled up that upset on Monday night because my team is just so decimated that I don't think there's any way that I can win. But my home league, my school league, and our listener league are the 3 leagues that I have a legitimate shot of winning the championship. Like my team is good enough to win the championship in. And hopefully it's my home league because it's a $2,000 payout.
I'm playing Cody Marmon, Codine, in the Scott's Tots League semifinal. And without CMC, it's going to be hard.
Be in the playoffs in that league, but I got screwed over.
Without CMC, it's going to be tough for me, but hopefully I can still pull through. I'm in another Dynasty league where I'm in the semifinals. I'm in the semifinals. You remember the Matt Miller league I randomly joined?
Yeah.
I'm in the semifinals for that, and I'm like, I guess it's a 2-week playoff. I don't know what he set it as, but I'm up like 50 points, so I'm probably looking to make the championship. And just this random league, I have Jonathan Taylor and Austin
Ekeler on quote somewhat of a pitch count tonight.
No.
Why? Days. Ugh, gross.
I need.
Well, I'm taking him out of my MVP slot.
Tough. I mean, the game already started, no?
No, we good.
8:25, right?
Yeah.
Akers or Mike Davis? Give me Akers there. Josh. I'm assuming, Bush is the same. I need an RB2 and a flex.
I didn't get a Dov in time.
I would go Dobbins. I'd go Dobbins and Drake there. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Dobbins and Drake, you're good.
I didn't get it all the time. I have Ekeler in my MVP slot. God damn it.
It's fine. He'll still ball the fuck out.
He better.
Okay, so Cam Akers for the first part of the question, and for the second part, I would start Jefferson over Robinson or Jacobs in the flex as well.
Yeah.
So Akers in the RB slot, and then Jefferson in the flex if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Mike Davis, Cam Akers, Josh Jacobs, pick 2.
I'll go with the first 2.
Yeah, easily for me. Yeah, okay, we got that.
Got that.
Caesar. Just put Davis in there instead of Cooper. Yeah, anytime. And as well, good luck to anybody who's watching this in the playoffs. And if you're not in the playoffs and you're watching this, big salute, as Bush said. I mean, real MVPs. Would you start Keenan Allen? Yeah, again, I need to know your other options.
He gave them already. We answered it.
Okay. Top 12 quarterback for me. He's my quarterback 11. We'll see if he plays.
If he's the starter. If Drew Brees isn't back, then he's the top quarterback.
For the record, he's not my quarterback 11 if he's the backup.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen. Yep, we got there.
See how many comments I had on the freaking Start Sit episode? 120 comments. So that's wild. We haven't had a number like that in a while.
I know, for real. You're chilling there, Jorge. Okay, we already got there, Rishi, but we've said Hurts multiple times for you. Okay, just for reference, I know Rishi, you're probably new to the chat, but just don't spam it like 6, 7, 8 times or whatever you've done, because again, we get a lot of comments. We'll get to your
eventually. Don't do the same thing either.
Don't do that, okay? Whoever is doing that. 43 or yeah, for sure. Listen to Javon there. We already got to that. Don't hate it, but yeah, I probably
he doesn't have a choice now. The game already started, so
yeah, fair. Hey, bro, Justin Herbert, Tannehill. Hopefully you got that off in time.
Yeah, we got that one already.
Sanders or Drake, Herbert or Hurts. So I would have went Herbert again. Hopefully you got that off in time because the game started. For the second part, I have Sanders at I think 13 and Drake at 18. So
I'd go Sanders.
Yeah, I think we're losing it. Hopefully, I see it, especially in the Ruggs role that he should be occupying. Allen or Cooper? I would go with Allen there. We already got there though. Caesar says again, start to Davis, Chubb. Wow. I mean, you're sitting Mike Davis here, but look at the options here we're talking about, Bush. You're sitting Davis. Yeah. Holy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. Keenan Allen. Jacobs, Davis, Cook. Either way, like hopefully you sat Jacobs because that's the one that you sit. But hopefully you're able to do that. Sorry for the late response, but Jacobs would be the one you'd sit there. Who's higher on the rankings? Ayuk, Julio, Jefferson, or Thomas? So name those guys for me. I'm gonna quickly check my rank.
Ayuk, Julio, Jefferson, or Michael Thomas. I have Ayuk the highest at 10, Jefferson at 11, Michael Thomas at 12, and Julio I don't have in my rankings yet because I expect him to not play in this game because they basically have already said he's out.
You know what's crazy for me? I have Thomas at 9, Ayuk at 10, Jefferson at 11.
Yeah, I have him 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I have 9, 10, 11. So I start Keenan Allen. Yeah, you don't start Keenan or Tyron Johnson or Ty Johnson or whichever Johnson that is over him. Baker. These are really close.
I start Carr. I don't think it's close. I think it's not close at all.
Really?
Yeah, I have Carr inside my top 15 and Baker at 20.
Fair. I have Carr at 16 and Baker at 20. So I would still go with Baker, but like it's close.
Yeah, Bennett got real spammy here.
Oh.
They're going to get to you, homie. At first, I thought Spicy Hot said they're going to get you, homie. And I was laughing at first.
Oh, and we got Awesome in here going off, too. That's not really awesome.
That's not awesome.
We got 199 from Eli. I appreciate that a ton. He says, Aguilar, Devontae Parker, Sergeant Jacobs Wallet. Yeah, I would go with Aguilar there, Eli. Appreciate the $1.99 super chat as well. Means a ton. And we also got a second one from Jared. He says, Bennett really wants his question answered.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, for the record, if you guys are in the chat,
you should make it a point to not answer their question if they spam it.
if we see the same, okay, we'll make this a deal now. If you guys are still watching, if you say the same question, we'll give you 3 strikes. Okay, if you say it more than 3 times, the same question in the chat, not only are you getting the timeout, you're not getting your answer read, and you could really you're not only
we're gonna do it. We're gonna give you the wrong answer.
Yeah, we'll just say like Caillou or something like that and help you out. Yeah, start Caillou.
Everyone's saying Watson. I don't like this.
Everybody's saying Watson because it is Watson.
I don't like it.
Where do we leave off? Okay, so we left off on Awesome.
I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so we gave you the warning there, Bennett and Awesome, but if we say it any more times, then
won't be off.
You getting a boot.
Okay, guys, I'm doing it. I put Watson in the quarterback spot over Tom Brady, but I'm blaming everyone, especially Danny, if Tom Brady snaps and Watson sucks.
Yeah, listen.
Watson got me to this point, man. Watson has had 2 bad games. 2. One of them, he didn't have Brandon Cooks last week, and he was on the road against the Bears defense. And the other one was a monsoon of weather in Cleveland. So, he's had 2 bad games since Bill O'Brien's been fired.
For sure. Yeah, look at all the chats getting on them, man. Yeah, I know, Bennett, I know you need to know, but everybody in here needs to know, which is why there's an order.
I got to know.
Keenan Allen or Terry McLaurin. I think that's literally the cutoff for me. Let me see which end Terry McLaurin is on that. So Terry McLaurin is 3 spots higher than Keenan Allen for me right now. So I would go with Terry. But like that's literally around the cutoff for me.
I hope we got to him. I don't know if we got to. I'm sorry if we did not get to you, Caesar, because I don't think we did when we were going through them.
Oh shoot, sorry. either way, hopefully he started McLaurin. Standard league, obviously, Swift. I would go with Swift as your second option at the running back position. Receivers. I would go with Swift personally there. J Rob's there.
Yeah, I'll take James Robinson over Swift.
Yeah, I'd go James Robinson over Swift. They're probably around.
That's a ceiling floor argument because I could very well see DeAndre Swift outscore him, but it's a risky play.
For sure. See ya, love ya.
I'm pretty sure Javon says I love you to me more than anyone else in my life. So
yeah, me too. Appreciate that. And yeah, Manu, I understand that, but a lot of bigger channels.
Alvin Ekeler already doing the Lord's work right now, so I don't know about a pitch count.
Number 2. Manu, I understand there's only 46 people in here, but a lot of those bigger channels that have a lot of people don't answer all the questions. They realistically only answer.
They only answer like every 50th question they see.
So I mean, we're answering.
Danny are literally going to have to stop talking so much so that we can answer everyone's question on time because I mean it's a good thing. It means we're growing, but we want to be able to answer everyone's question, and we don't want to have to charge you guys for start sit advice because I know there's a lot of other channels out there that do that.
For sure. Because you're a Bucs fan, so you want to keep that energy.
I think I'm also a Deshaun Watson fan. I had him as my QB3 coming into the season.
For sure. ODF, hopefully you're still in the chat. I would actually go with Allen Robinson there.
Yeah, I'd go Allen Robinson there.
Thanks for the advice. Thanks for the advice, please. I have one more Clyde or JD McKissick. I'd go with Clyde, but
I'd go with Clyde. I don't think JD McKissick's a terrible play, but Alex Smith being healthy for this game is the big factor for JD McKissick. I talked about it on the Start Set show. Like JD McKissick is Alex Smith like candy, basically. Just he loves guys like JD McKissick. Just chuck him the ball every single play. Doesn't have to push the ball downfield, but I think Clyde should have an opportunity for scoring in this game. I think the Chiefs and the Saints should put up a lot of points. So I'm comfortable starting Clyde, even though it's a horrible matchup against the Saints.
For sure. And we get a lot more spam again.
Yeah, they went hard.
Pick 2 for running backs. Okay, yeah. So we picked the 2. There was Henry and Kamara.
2. Okay, so thank God it was 2. Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara.
Gus Bus, Jeff Wilson, Connor. You need an RB2. Out of those options, I would go with Wilson or CEH. Actually close.
I take
CEH right now, but if Mostert gets rolled out, I'm taking Wilson.
Really? You'd set him for you'd set CEH for him?
Against Dallas, yes.
Yeah, it's the matchups are way different.
I go James Robinson there to shake you. Hopefully you got that off.
Got it in time.
Okay. Derek Carr or Taysom Hill help. I would go Taysom Hill there, JP, if he plays.
He didn't get it in time, or we didn't get it in time either.
Shoot. And my money league, I'm fighting.
Nutsack trophy. That's funny as hell.
Deontay. We already got to the ODF for the record. Pick 2. Out of those options, I would go with
I'll take Brandon Cooks and Robbie Anderson there.
Yeah, same. My league. Yeah, damn.
Davis, same with mine, actually. We've been around for so long, we have not come up with a punishment yet.
Oh yeah, Ekeler on Twitch said he wouldn't get a limit, so there you go.
Eckler's Twitch streams are just clutch.
No, they pop off, bro. He's got like 12K followers now, and I was in there since day one.
Nice.
No, don't.
No, do not.
Please tell me you didn't. Yeah, he's a beast. I fucking.
He's like the anti-Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players in the league, man. He plays fantasy football, whereas Jacobs just fucking hates
So does Evan Ingram. I know Evan Ingram plays in the NFL.com like fantasy leagues.
I think Keenan Allen's in the league with Austin Ekeler as well. I picked up Hurts to play. I like Hurts as the play there.
Yeah, I'd play Hurts over both those guys.
Yes, sir. Get that beer ready to drink the bush.
Facts.
Opponent started Jacobs and Ekeler. Oh, Eckler's going to go off, but hopefully Jacobs can get limited for you. Excuse y'all. Yeah, we'll definitely. Hey, it's spicy, y'all. We noticed you're in here, guys like you, Javon,
you guys can be our disciplinarians.
Tyler, you guys can definitely be the.
Can you donate like 5 cents because that'll get our attention? You just like donate 5 cents anytime someone needs to be banned, and we'll just like go down to your super chat, see that, and ban that person
for sure. I did. Thanks. No problem. Glad to see you in the chat again, Caesar. See ya, love you. Hope you guys
do love you from Javon.
There you go. Yeah, one for each of us. Putting all my energy towards Ekeler tonight. Hopefully, I love that guy.
We'll see you Saturday, Spicy Hot. If you're,
I need an Ekeler jersey, man. I fucking love that cat.
Yeah, I made the rule, and you guys should have this rule as well. If you win whatever your big money home league that you care the most about is, whatever guy scores the most fantasy points for you in the championship league, you buy the jersey. That's what the rule is.
My thing was because I'm in the keeper league in my home league. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my first ever like main superstar.
I have a feeling it's gonna be AJ Brown if I get
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Mine was Christian McCaffrey for the first 3 years, and now I just traded for Alvin Kamara, so I'm going to get a Kamara and a McCaffrey jersey and just have those ready because like they were my keepers.
Oh, you know the Chancellor jersey I have?
Yeah.
You want to know why I have it?
Why?
It's because the Seahawks defense were my highest scoring player in the championship week.
Did you win?
Yeah, the year it was like 2000, like the year the Seahawks defense was elite, right? It was like 2013 or 2014 or whatever year it was. And the Seahawks defense dropped like a crazy amount of points in the championship. So I bought a Chancellor jersey.
For real. I don't know, Tyler. I was just about to say that. Oh, fucking Hunter Henry. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy's great.
I was just about to say that. I would go with Jeff Wilson if Mostert's out for sure. If Mostert isn't out, I would go with Connor. Yeah, facts. Oh, I forgot this. Saturday had games.
So the first game kicks off at like 4:30. We'll probably go live like 3:45 or something.
Something like that. Oh, I was gonna say like 3:30.
Yeah, 3:30. Yeah, whatever.
Like that. Either way, we'll figure it out. Anyways, it's been fun. Appreciate you guys joining the stream.
Keenan Allen gets the balls out here. That's a good sign.
And I gotta go watch the game. So let's quickly get to Brandon. He says Mike Davis or
I'll take Mike Davis there, Brandon.
I'll take Mike Davis. Again, for all of you guys who have been in the stream so far or you're watching this afterwards, hit that like button, subscribe down below, and we will see you guys for Saturday or live Saturday. You guys will see the rankings video before that. Anyways, peace out. I'm gonna go have a brew and enjoy this game.
Start video tomorrow too. Tune into that.
Yeah, you guys better want to see that those likes. Anyways,
all right.
cringy. Peace.